There is confusion over the peace accord. Both the government and the TPLF have conflicting versions of how they want the truce to be signed and also implemented. Our correspondent Coletta Wanjohi explains how the negotiations are going to play out and the road to finding peace.
There isn't much information about when and how a process into the peaceful resolution of the conflict in Ethiopia's north will happen. A 7-member committee led by the Deputy Prime Minister has already had its first meeting on the issue. Abiy Ahmed's government says peace is essential for its political and reform initiatives to succeed.
Both committees have underscored the need to put an end to this tragic chapter in our history and to move forward. Both committees have expressed an aspiration to move towards reconstruction, rehabilitation, and reconciliation of communities that have been affected by the conflict. Both committees have also reiterated the need to avoid further bloodshed and to end the suffering and misery that has been occasioned by the conflict. Furthermore, both committees have expressed the need to foster national consensus through a process of inclusive national dialogue.
The African Union has been working through its special envoy for the Horn of Africa, former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo, to find a lasting solution to the conflict that has persisted since November 2020. In an open letter, the rebel group that has been in conflict with the government, the Tigray People's Liberation Front, expressed mistrust for the leadership of the African Union Commission. It said it preferred Kenya to host and facilitate any peace process. But Abiy Ahmed's government insists a peace process must be led by the African Union.
I would like to reiterate the fact that while both committees have underscored the need to pursue a peaceful resolution of the conflict, they have also emphasized the need that any outcome of such a process should be within the bounds of these 3 principles that I have stated. Respect for the constitutional order, respect for fundamental national interest, and the role of the African Union as the facilitator, as the lead of the process.
The government has not yet openly mentioned if it will have direct talks with the TPLF. It has neither clarified whether the parliament will declassify the group as a terrorist organization.
We want to give peace a chance. We are committed to the peaceful resolution of the conflict. We do our level best to make our agenda for peace a success. However, we are also realistic about the daunting challenge ahead of us and the need to be ready for any provocation or attack. So we hope for and work for the best, but we shall be prepared for scenarios that are far from the best.
In the meantime, the United Nations says the humanitarian situation in the country's north is still dire, with about 13 million people still in need of assistance. The government has outlined a plan to begin reconstruction and rebuilding amenities destroyed by the war inside the Tigray region using a $300 million grant provided by the World Bank. It says this will be done by the United Nations Office for Project Services, UNOPS. But analysts say for any effort to return the region to normalcy to succeed, a peace process between the warring factions must first be strengthened. Coletta Wanjohi in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.